Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. Welcome in part 2, how to knit a face cloth using a left hand knitting techniques. I'm a right hand knitter, but as you can see, you can definitely follow and do it. In this video I'm going to show you how to do a knit stitch and the purl stitch. Straight away a warning, I haven't looked it up properly. Here you'll see my struggle and think how I try to figure out how to actually make a proper stockinette stitch. Some would say plain vanilla knitting in the flat knitting, so the one that you have to turn your work, so we have a right and wrong side of our work. And meanwhile I figure out that you don't have to turn it at all if you learn both techniques. So if you learn how to do a knit stitch for a right hand knitters and knit stitch for the left hand knitters, you will not have to turn your work when you're knitting in a flat, or you're knitting flat. So off you go, let's start. And we're gone to knitting. Remember to move the tail somewhere far away so you're not confused. And what we're going to do, we're going to decide either we want to hold the yarn in the left hand or the right hand. And this is how we start with the left hand knitters. We have the yarn with the stitches in our right hand and we have an empty needle in the left. I think for the knit stitches, I'm going to hold the yarn in my right hand because the yarn goes behind and I think it will help me with the tension. So what you do when you knit, you're going to put the left needle between two stitches and then poke the needle through it like this. Wrap the yarn around, and direction is that you're putting the yarn between those two needles, right, and then you're pulling it through. I have so many plies. This is what I'm talking about. That's plies. So accidentally you can poke through one of those layers and you remove the stitch from the right needle. Okay, it's a little bit tight. It's going to be like that for the first row. So again, between, around. Actually, maybe I'll move it to this. This gives me a better hold, like this. Let's try with the left. But no, I will have to actually move it like this. So yeah, practice both sides and see which one you like the most. Yay, we've done it! So now let's turn around, and I'm going to do one more time because otherwise if we continue and have stockinette stitch, that edge will roll and I don't want that. And also checking that you're actually poking through, you see? Okay, see? Wrong. Now it's right. So, oh, cotton yarn. No, no, no. Okay, and I don't have that tension over here. This probably is a faster way. It's just I need to... Oh, I do not like cotton yarn now. Check this out. And it's not this type. Most of the cotton yarns are like that. I think cotton does not like to spun together tightly. It's kind of always loose. Or it could be both challenging even for me because I'm working more with my left hand now and I'm completely focused on what I'm doing right now. Quite challenging. But we made it. Lovely. Basically by doing one row knit and another row also knit on the wrong side, we're creating a garter stitch. So hopefully this will not roll anymore and I'm going to try to do a purl stitch. I think I'm going to go with the left like I did before and see, so holding the yarn in my left hand and see how it goes. So for the purl we're keeping the yarn in front of the work. Put the yarn like this through, and then as you noticed we had this and we should put it around and pull it through, releasing the stitch from the right needle. Do I like it when I'm holding in on left? I don't know, because you see, barely can see what I'm doing, are you? And yes, those plies are something that it's a little bit frustrating, but we're getting there, Lovely. And off you go. Now you could see nice, oh yeah, see here? What has happened? Okay, so let's analyze what I have done. Hopefully the camera will focus. So you could see everything is nice over here. And there was something going on here. So basically, what has happened here? I just cut some plies of the yarn. That's why I'm saying that I didn't grab this. I can definitely fix it when I'll be knitting now. So after knitting 5 stitches, I will just drop this and pick up this one nicely so it goes through the whole thing, not that something is loose. But yeah, this is a challenge if you work with cotton yarn. Let's go and knit stitch now, so you will know how to, well, how did I think I was holding it over here. So remember, with the knit stitch, the yarn is behind the right needle and we're going to poke the needle between 2. So check how the stitches are looking now. You see that their leg is kind of crossing. So let's see if I do it this way. Will it does the job? Or am I getting twisted stitches? The moment of truth. Yes, I'm getting twisted stitches. So I'm wrapping the yarn in the wrong direction. So let's maybe go back. So either my pearls were wrong way or my knits are wrong way, which is not a mistake in my opinion. You just basically have a different texture and it could be completely something that you would want to do or have, or you can say that you wanted to have. I believe I could have done something wrong with the purl stitch. So how to fix it? Because for me it looks like if you would do East European style of knitting for right-handed, that the stitch is placed like that, and I think it should have been placed like this. Do you see the difference? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to poke it and knit through the back loop like this and see what happens. Okay. So this is a knit stitch, but you knit through the back loop. And normally you would achieve twisted stitch if this stitch was placed in a standard way. So as you can see now, I'm kind of having a proper one. So you always look how the stitch is placed on your right needle. And over here you could see those plies and stuff. So let's try to fix it. So if I put these plies over, that will fix this. But you see, accidentally I grabbed below, so I'm going to release it and put it back, and it looks way better now, isn't it? So let's continue that. Where is it? Here. Let's continue that and see what I have done wrong with the purl one. Lovely. Have you seen what I've done there? I'm not showing again. Hopefully you can go back. I just did something without thinking. Off you go. Up. Lovely, and that's how it should look like. So I was putting the yarn through here and I was wrapping it like this and pulling it through. Am I right? So now I'm going to put on the screen now what I did, how I wrapped the yarn before. So it should be other way around. It's just I don't remember. So maybe it goes this way now.
And what I'm going to do a few stitches, and I'm going to turn the work. This is so strange. So I have to go so around. Oops, oopsie daisy, you see? Not so easy. This way. So you don't have to do the full row to check, are you doing things the way you want them to do? Remember, in knitting, everything is allowed. If someone tells you all the way around, you can tell them that this is your thing. Oh yeah, check this out. Think, yeah, this is right. So the way you wrap the yarn around the needle also counts. So over here we go between and around, isn't it? That's what I was doing, or I forgot again. Oopsie daisy. Oh, breathe. You know what? Maybe I'll change hands because I'm kneeling. It's just hard over here to wrap it like this if I'm holding with this hand. I would love to do this, but it's actually this way. So, not sure what to tell you. And I am back, and as you remember, some stitches are placed differently on the needle than others, and we're going to figure out. So basically what I'm looking at the column down below and how those legs are coming out. And as you can see, we always try to put the needle between those legs. So yeah, let's put the needle through. Now let's wrap it and take it out. Is it right? Yes, it is right. The same story, I have to do it this way because check the legs. They're coming out here, so I have to do it this way. And the yarn goes anti-clockwise. If I check the left needle, isn't it? The same story. So some would say that this is a twist stitch on the needle because it's not in the right position. And now check this out. When I'm looking over here, the legs are crossed. So now for me to put the needle between legs, I have to put it from the front leg. And again, I have them all the way around, so I need to knit through the back loop if I'm using now right hand technique. So it's definitely a way of moving the yarn either clockwise or anti-clockwise through on my left needle or right needle. And again, good. So it looks the way I'm doing it. I need to all the time knit through the back loop. Let's go with this. Whee! And now left hand. I would love to hold it with my right hand, but it just doesn't want to do what I want it to do.
I hope you enjoyed this part. I hope you kind of got the idea. So maybe grab the needles if you are left-handed knitter and try and see and feel that first emotions when you were grabbing needles and did not know what to do. I hope you did not mind me trying to find the best solutions how to do it. Even for me, I have been knitted for over 5 years, I think now, that it doesn't click straight away. So yes, but main thing is to understand how these stitches are on the needle and just see what happens if you do one way or another. No worries, you can always slip stitch and redo it if you kind of messed it up. Therefore, I'm hoping that you're eager to see video number 3, which is part number 3, where I bind off and create a beautiful chain where you can hang your facecloth and enjoy it. I think that's all. Subscribe, like if you want to follow my knitting and crocheting inspiration. If you have any ideas for the future videos, leave the comment down below.